Всем доброго времени, с вами Омбра, и добро пожаловать на вторую серию прохождения игры Stray Gods, The Role Playing Musical. И без лишних слов, давайте продолжим. Я кратко напомню, на чем мы остановились в прошлый раз. Наша героиня Грейс начала свое расследование, которое позволит ей, мы надеемся, позволит ей выйти на убийцу Последней Музы, девушки Каллиопы, которая передала Грейс перед смертью свой божественный дар. И у Грейс есть неделя на то, чтобы раскрыть тайну смерти Каллиопы, иначе саму Грейс ждет казнь от рук пантеона богов. В качестве нашего основного союзника мы избрали нашу лучшую подругу Фаришту, сокращенно Фредди, нашу подругу детства, нашего руммейта, как бы соседку по комнате, и девушку, с которой мы состоим в одной музыкальной группе. Наш второй потенциальный союзник, бог Пан, был нами благополучно отвергнут и отфачен, потому что поведение его подозрительно. Пара слов насчет Фредди. Вы могли уже легко догадаться по событиям предыдущей серии, что Фредди одна из, романтических интересов в этой истории. То есть здесь может быть вполне себе такой фем-слэш с друженькой-подруженькой, когда наша подружка становится нашей возлюбленной. Надо сказать, что в моем первом таком пробном прохождении так, собственно говоря, и было. Я выбрал Фредди как свой романтический интерес. Но я сразу должен такой, небольшой спойлер здесь, наверное, дать, что в этом прохождении я так делать не буду. И прежде чем мы продолжим историю, я в самых кратких выражениях объясню, почему. Поймите меня правильно, романтическая ветка Фредди, она вполне хорошо написана, и ничего как бы плохого в ней нет, но на мой вкус она слишком уж идеальная. То есть, вот знаете, роман с Фредди — это история отношений, где все было хорошо, а стало еще лучше. То есть это слишком уж гладкая для меня ветка. Это вот прям вот романтическая ветка, где все идет как по масличку, да, где вот все идет, у вас всегда все хорошо, у вас хорошие отношения, а потом они становятся еще более лучшими. И там, да, там есть некие точки кризиса, так скажем, но эти точки кризиса никогда не связаны с конфликтом именно между вашими персонажами. В целом, тут, если вы ведете эту линию до конца, то она прям получается гладенькая-гладенькая. И хотя такие отношения тоже как бы прекрасны и имеют место быть, но именно вот для прохождения на камеру, что называется, мне бы хотелось чего-то чуть более остренького. Поэтому мы, конечно, будем Фредди хорошей подругой, мы постараемся с ней отыграть вот эти дружеские отношения, но именно романсить мы ее не будем. Для романтического интереса я хотел бы предъявить вам что-то более острое, более конфликтное, такое более напряженное, потому что для меня все-таки крутые романтические истории всегда имеют вот этот вот элемент какой-то остроты и какой-то первоначальной конфликтности между персонажами, да, и не только первоначальной, кстати, вообще как бы романтические отношения, где есть при этом какой-то конфликт, это то, что я люблю и уважаю. Но как бы то ни было, сейчас нам нужно наведаться на хату к покойной Каллиопе, на хату, которую она занимала, и посмотреть, что там можно отыскать.
Oh, it's open. That's not a good sign.
Какая хата, вы посмотрите.
This is Calliope's apartment? I don't know what I was expecting, but not this. Hello? Oh, sure, Grace, good job. Just announce to the killer that you're here. I better have a look around.
Так, мы должны осмотреть вещи Каллиопы. Давайте это сделаем.
Damn, look at that. That's beautiful. How do you even get one of these?
Так, покойница жила хорошо, блин. Квартира и убранство у нее что надо. Такая богема-богема прям.
After Calliope left the audition, where did she go? Did she follow me? Did she come here? Did she paint that? Looks like it belongs in a museum. Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder how many celebrities she knew.
О, знаменитая вот эта картина. Ну, вариация картины Энди Уорхола с чередой образов.
Right. These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay to ask? I want to believe this is just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't like his muse or...
Забавная идея, что Каллиопа реально была музой Элвиса Пресли. Это абсолютно имеет смысл в рамках вот этого вымышленного мира, и, собственно, почему бы и нет.
Giant harp. Of course there's a giant harp. So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them? I don't see anything useful down here. Maybe there's something upstairs? Oh man, keep it together, Grace. It's just your average, everyday...
There were only 3 muses, you know, not 9.
Здрасте.
Whenever they found someone who made something truly masterful or created a new art form, they'd pass on their idol on, take a new name. You see, that's how the mortals became confused. They got it wrong. Like they got almost everything about us wrong.
Аполлон немножко Аполлон напоминает мне главного героя фильма «Большой Лебовский», вот этого чувака, которого сыграл Джефф Бриджес. Он похож на какого-то битого жизнью хиппи, блин. Если что, я ничего не имею против хиппи, но просто реально то, что Аполлон в мире этой игры такой, значит, битый жизнью хипан, это довольно забавно. Что ты здесь делаешь?
What are you doing? Sitting here in the dark.
What does it look like I'm doing?
Preparing your villainous monologue?
I'm grieving. For a dear friend. If I may ask, how did you find this place? And what are you doing here?
Так, ну, мы будем пользоваться уникальными опциями, которые нам открыты. То есть, если у нас вот открыта опция со звездочкой, да, искренняя, мы ее и будем выбирать.
I'm looking for help. To save my life, remember?
Yes, I should apologize for that. Our ways must seem strange to you.
You don't need to apologize. You're the only one who really helped me.
It wasn't right, what they were doing.
It still isn't. I still need help.
I can't help you, Grace. I wish I could. You deserve better.
Странный какой-то, ладно.
Why can't you help me exactly? Pan said there's no specific rule against it.
You've already met Pan? How odd. It's not that I'm forbidden to help you, Grace. It's that you don't want my help.
Of course I do! You have to know more than me about almost everything!
My help will only make things worse.
How is that possible? I've been sentenced to death.
And without my help, you stand a chance of avoiding that fate.
Окей.
Can you tell me about Calliope? I barely knew her, but she seemed...
She was a beautiful soul, if troubled.
troubled.
She thought the idols had lost their way. She argued with us, with all of us, that we needed to change. We hadn't spoken in years. I hadn't seen her home before today. I'd rather not talk about it.
Аполлон прям битый жизнью человек. Окей.
This room is a mess. Did you do this?
With this? It was like this when I got here.
And you didn't think that was in the least bit strange?
I didn't think much of it. I came here to be reminded of Calliope, not to search through her things. that end, it's cleaner than my place.
So you didn't mess up the room, but someone must have. There could be a clue.
No, nothing that I've seen. All this mess, as you put it, is likely the result of her projects.
Her projects?
When Calliope got an idea in her head, she would obsess over it, sometimes for months, even years. I don't know what she was involved with lately, but this... for her, this is nothing.
So let me get this straight. You'll speak up for me, but you won't lift a finger to help.
You don't want me to do more.
You keep saying that, but it doesn't make any sense. If you didn't want to help, that'd be one thing. But insisting I don't want you to? Why not?
I can't do this.
I can see this is hard for you, I really can. But I don't understand.
You don't know what you're asking.
Do I have to beg? For whatever reason you helped me before. My life is still on the line.
I haven't sung in centuries.
According to Pan, I can't force anyone to do anything.
О, песня пошла, ха-ха!
Phantom pains from a missing friend, feeding thoughts, thoughts that never end. What did I do? What didn't I do? Here she is, only in your head. Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Calliope, what was she to you?
Years, thousands of years, we walked side by side. She tried, said there's other paths. Don't walk the same, never the same. I have roads I like, smooth, paved in stone. She got tired of our divide. We weren't the same, never the same.
You held fast. What's that about?
Stubborn me, thought I'd wait her out. Usually, she'd come back to me. You see, she'd return, we'd do that old dance, knowing both there was not a chance that I would change. But she never came.
Years, thousands of years, and now you're left behind. Your mind still hears her say, break from the same, never the same. Listen to her, break from the same, never the same.
But I've tried.
Never with me. We haven't tried.
Then it's true. I'm listening now.
And what she's saying,
Break from the stain.
never the same.
That other voice, it'll always play. On loop, it'll always say, what did I do? What didn't I do? It's a song you can't erase, but you can make a tiny space for what you will do. Something new. Very well, I'll help. Though I'm uncertain what you expect me to do.
Athena called you the god of prophecy, didn't she? Isn't that telling the future?
Prophecy is the last thing you need, Grace.
Why? How is knowing the future a bad thing?
Do you want to know when you're going to die?
If knowing allows me to avoid it, sure.
To receive a prophecy is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen. To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome. Only in ignorance is one free to choose.
What? That makes no sense. If you tell me I'm gonna fall into a hole...
Then you will.
No, but I'll just avoid holes. All holes, any hole.
And the act of trying to avoid them is what will make you fall. Worse, prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
Okay, is there anything you can do that isn't prophecy related?
Not directly, but yes, possibly. Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Хочу отметить, что вот что мне реально нравится в лоре и в правилах этого мира, да, вот в этой игре, это как раз правило пророчеств, потому что тут авторы реально, судя по всему, заморочились вот этой древнегреческой логикой, да, о том, что судьбы как бы не избежать, и только человек, не знающий свою судьбу, свободен. Тут можно вспомнить, ну, отсылку, там, не знаю, к царю Эдипу, да, ну, будущем царе Эдипу, которому, да, было предсказано, что он убьет своего отца и женится на собственной матери, и именно потому, что он знал это пророчество и пытался его избежать, да, он убил отца и женился на своей матери, да, сам того не зная. Это реально прикольно, что авторы действительно не просто, знаете, засунули греческих богов вот в такое типичное городское фэнтези, нет, они реально, типа, пользуются правилами греческих мифов и греческих трагедий, чтобы конструировать сеттинг своего мира, свой сеттинг, свою историю. Это реально круто.
This is where you live?
Oh, yes, sometimes. And excuse the mess. I don't get many visitors.
Are idols broke? In all those years, you couldn't save up enough money to afford a housekeeper?
You know, I guess I never worried about it much. Maybe I should.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes. Do you know what an oracle is?
Someone who tells the future?
Not quite. They serve as a channel of sorts for my powers. This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning there's an oracle here.
There is.
What?
I have brought someone to see you.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you? Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle, I'm certainly not his Oracle.
Attitude.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Oracle.
Well, she's got better manners than the last lady you brought here. But at least that one had a casserole. Do you have a casserole?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts of nonsense. I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. Get your abs in a twist. Okay, so Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me. What's on your mind, sis?
You keep saying Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't believe him.
Believe him? Who'd believe that? It's super weird, but he's a decent guy, so he can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
Do you live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day, as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
See the way he talks? I thought maybe he was a creepiverse, but nah, Paul's aight.
The highest of praise.
He'd be more alright if he did some laundry.
Tell me, is Apollo always so...
Incredibly emo? Like a sack stuffed with sad?
I am standing right here.
Don't get me wrong. It grows on you after a while.
Grace, surely this is not what you came for.
О! Интересно, у нас появилась опция заромантить Аполлона, ну, по крайней мере, начать. У нас появилась опция с сердечком.
Oh, I don't know.
Ой,
It's cute watching you get all flustered.
я нажал. Ну и ладно, нажал.
Hardly productive, is it?
See, there you go again.
Ugh. Get a room. A different room.
Окей.
I'm looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked it up. You could do the same if you learned to use the computer. Here, hold up, I'll show you. There. The apartment was originally purchased 2 years ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
Oh. Oh, I see. That would be Persephone.
То есть Персефона купила шикарную квартиру в пентхаусе для Клеопы. Интересно.
Persephone is in the one from the chorus. The one who wanted me dead, Persephone.
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were friendly. Certainly not friendly enough for Persephone to give Calliope an apartment. The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
Окей.
Whatever happened to, I can't help you, Grace. I'll just make it worse, Grace.
I admit, you've got me curious.
Great! We're all done now.
Thank you for your help, Oracle. Please, do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
Yeah, sure, will do. Leave a tip on your way out.
Классная визитка. Так, и мы отправляемся в ночной клуб «Преисподняя». О, это мне нравится. Нет, это мне очень нравится.
Welcome to the underworld.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night. Don't ask me how. Here in the underworld, idols can be themselves, even if they don't look human.
Persephone runs a nightclub called the Underworld. It's a little on the nose, isn't it?
Maybe, but I wouldn't say that to her.
Still, it seems like a weird thing for a god to do.
We all get through the years somehow, Grace. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
I'll figure something out. I can be persuasive when I want to be.
I'm aware. I'm just not sure even you could sweet-talk Persephone.
Oh, watch
Is that
me.
a challenge?
It's the truth. If Persephone really was friends with Calliope, talking to you might be the last thing she wants. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Слушайте, я, кажется, просек, почему Персифона так на нас злилась в своей начальной сцене, и почему из всего хора богов именно она больше всех хотела нас убить. Они, видимо, с Каллиопой были подругами, а может быть даже больше, чем подругами. Ого. И типа теперь Грейс переняла как бы силу Каллиопы и, возможно, убила Каллиопу, ну, как многие считают. И типа, ну, Персифона смотрит на Грейс как на потенциальную убийцу своей хорошей подруги. Типа, наверное, поэтому у нее такой бомбеж. Это логично, блин. Хорошая персонажная мотивация. Так, с кем мы можем поговорить? Ну, давайте с Паном сначала поговорим, раз уж он тут нарисовался, не сотрешь.
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear muse.
Hi, Pam.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
I'm guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My tastes are simple.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is appalling.
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that, dear Grace?
The horns, you. Do you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
The things you say, the things you don't say. You don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is for the weak and the penniless.
Still not helping.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
О, мы можем романснуть Пана немножко. Пошутить, что он негодяй. Да, блин, я попробую.
Hoping, maybe.
You don't say.
At least you're not boring.
Grace, I knew there was a reason I liked you.
Со всеми пофлиртую.
You must know why I'm here, right?
Let me guess. You seek our sweet-natured proprietress.
Can you help me find her?
Earlier I wasn't good enough, but now, I see how it is. By all means, I'd love to tell Persephone that the source of her rage has intruded on her domain.
What if I asked you really nicely and batted my eyelashes, like so?
Oh no, not my one true weakness.
I could also flatter you, tell you how shiny your horns are.
All right, all right. Never let it be said that flattery gets one nowhere. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll take you to Persephone.
Мы сходу нашли наш ключик
I
к
really appreciate
Персефоне.
it.
Do keep that in mind after you've spoken to her.
Так, пан нам поможет. Хорошо. Но мы не пойдем сразу к Персефоне, мы сначала поговорим с Амуром. О, тут есть Амур. Эрос. Бог любви. О, Господи. О, Господи. Посмотрите на него. Нормально.
Hey, you're the new muse, aren't you?
I guess I am, yeah.
Aphrodite mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though. Oh, excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
Wait, did you say that you're the god of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? Were you expecting a chubby little flying baby with a bow and arrow?
I wasn't.
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
I'm sorry.
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around forever.
The god of sex at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
See what happened?
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
And you enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
Блин, с этим я согласен, что настоящую любовь нужно найти через какое-то преодоление, через трудности. Мне нравится эта мысль.
I'll see you around.
Count on it.
Блин, мне нравится Амур, он прикольный. Так, хочу ли я говорить с Гермесом? Не, нафиг. Давайте двинемся дальше именно по сюжету. О-хо-хо-хо-хо. Персефона прям такая. Палец в рот ей не клади. И другие части тела тоже.
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I.
I will deal with you later.
Уху.
I was willing to leave you be, Grace, to wait until your guilt was certain. Yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
This isn't a challenge, Persephone. I have questions.
Questions for me? Good. Because I have questions for you. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her eidolon?
Господи, леди.
You have every reason to try to prove your innocence, Grace. But I have no reason to help you.
You knew Calliope.
We all knew Calliope.
She was staying at your apartment.
You knew her. Better than I or anyone else suspected.
Are you implying that I had something to do with her death?
Prove you didn't. That's how idols work, isn't it?
Уху-ху-ху. Кажется, нас ждет еще одна песня.
You hear that? You're in my house, little muse. You want answers? Fight for them.
О, музыка.
A lost little girl. You shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends. Go home, little girl. The shadows drawing near. And you all alone, we both know how this ends. Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
Thanks for the welcome, it's my first time here. You've made your feelings for me crystal clear. You play your show, I'll just go grab a beer. Didn't come here to quarrel with you. Love what you've done here, this place comes up well. You've nailed the theme, it really feels like hell. Guess you're not looking for new clientele. Just as well, that's a 5-star review. Let's try the easy way. Hear what I have to say.
They get younger every year. Little big shots that drift through here think they're bringing something new through the door. And you've heard it 1,000 times before. Honey, I've heard it 1,000 times before. Honey, I've heard it 1,000 times.
Your hosting skills could use a bit more pluck. About as subtle as a garbage truck. Thanks all for coming, but your next guest sucks. Lacks something, don't you think?
Is there nothing she can't do? She's a half-assed stand-up comic too. On the lookout for some cheap points to score. Oh, honey, we've heard it 1,000 times before. Oh, honey, we've heard it 1,000
Okay,
times.
she's seen it all and she's not sold. But there's, what, 100 people here all told? Anybody else here who's a billion years old? Does she speak for you?
Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with, child? Surprise, surprise, coins on your eyes. Give them to the ferryman. Get it in your little head. You're spitting at the queen of the dead.
Then I guess you've heard it all before. Gave it my best and then you slammed the door. Raises the question, who else you'd ignore?
They get younger
Stay in the dark
every
and fight
year.
your endless war.
The little big
Certain
shots
you can't be surprised anymore.
think they're
You know,
bringing
there's
something
someone else that I speak
new,
for.
but you've heard it.
Do you hear that?
Calliope,
She had something to say. Would you turn her away?
please don't do this.
What has that music woken up in you? Remember the other thing that she could do? Here we go. On the left now. Had you forgotten how to listen to all of the songs out there you never knew? Every night they come in here.
Dance and stamp your feet
Spend money on your beer.
as your skin rots off in sheets. You'll be back Hear that? Silence. When he dragged me down there, that's all I heard. Not a single protest, not a word.
I mean no disrespect.
And instead of despair,
I'm here for your help.
killed him right there.
I'm stepping down, this is your crown. If you're here, make a sound. Not a lost little girl. She's your queen.
Вот это был номер.
Well, you won.
So it appears. If what you told the chorus is true, why do you think Calliope came to you that night?
Maybe she thought I could help her. She must have been nearby when whatever happened.
I see. All right, Grace. Come with me.
Ну, пойдемте.
Calliope came to me years ago. She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt. So I gave her the apartment.
Интересно.
You gave her that beautiful place? That's generous of you.
I had it to give.
Generosity isn't exactly what you're known for, Persephone.
I felt sorry for her, Apollo. Not that it makes any difference. It's been at least 2 years since we spoke. After I heard the news, I went to the apartment and turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
That was you?
I didn't find anything. Nothing to say what she had been involved with, or gotten into, or who she might have been fighting with.
Персефона гораздо более комплексный персонаж, чем поначалу кажется по ходу. Это и в песне было заметно, вот какие-то отсылки к ее прошлому, к ее отношениям с Клёпой, но сейчас как бы, блин, она реально интересная.
So what now? Do you still think I'm guilty?
You're clever. You let me win our showdown, and that's a solid move. Calliope may well have chosen you.
Мне
If it wasn't
нравится.
Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
One of us.
Does it have to be an idol? You thought I killed Calliope. Couldn't it have been some other mortal?
Despite how he might look, it's not a simple matter to kill an idol.
It was difficult enough to believe you had done it. If another mortal killed her, they somehow escaped detection. We found nothing, no evidence of a battle.
You looked?
Of course we looked. What do you think was happening while you waited? If Calliope was attacked elsewhere, even magic revealed no trace of it.
Wait. Did you say magic?
You can battle me through a song in a world of your own creation, and yet magic is beyond belief?
Well, sure. I just thought...
We have our powers just as you have yours.
I can grow a field of corn like nobody's business.
Some would say our powers are also magic, but true magic is a different and older power. Hecate's domain.
And it was of no use here.
We shouldn't rule it out. We haven't tried everything yet.
Did Calliope have any enemies? The way you talk about her, she must have. What? What am I missing?
Well, Calliope had a way of making people angry. She could be argumentative.
Yes, but enough to make enemies who wanted her dead?
Not that you or I know of, apparently, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist.
What about Athena? She seemed awfully insistent on declaring me guilty, don't you think?
Athena? No, Athena follows the rules.
Well,
Athena has one goal, and one goal only. To protect the idols. And that included Calliope. She'll eventually drive us all mad with her vigilance, but break her own rules? I don't see it.
Окей.
What about Pan? He showed up at my place out of nowhere, right after I left the chorus.
He did what?
I have to wonder what his angle is.
He has one, that's for certain. Though I've never thought of him as a killer.
Какой Персефоны
It would
офигенный
be
кабинет.
too messy.
Потрясающий.
Still, we should consider the idea. For him to show up so quickly is odd.
Я только сейчас понял, какой у Персефоны стильный кабинет. Извините, что врезался в озвучку, но реально, блин, какие у него классные книжные шкафы.
Couldn't we go to Athena with this? If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the chorus.
Athena would be sympathetic, but the die has been cast.
She won't go back on the edict, not without clear evidence.
Oh, now you want evidence.
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When are you ever of help to anyone but yourself?
О, какие-то старые
Says the woman
проблемы
forced
всплыли.
Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple question.
Calliope died, Apollo. Calliope, who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the Muses meant to me?
Please, both of you. None of this will help Calliope. I know you both miss her. I know you cared about her, but she's not completely gone. A piece of her is in me. She came to me for help, and I don't want to die any more than she did.
О, песня.
Calliope, I'm listening now. Tell us what end you were doomed to.
Calliope, blinded by fire, one match did you strike that consumed you.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury. Not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this.
Every action comes with a cost.
And who could she have crossed and lost to?
Apollo, your help is not needed here. Go ahead and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to a terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's
too
too
late.
late.
You know how far I bent
I
before
am
I
trapped.
snapped.
This is not about you. Enough! This helps no one.
There he is, God of the sun.
Apollo, for my sake, take a deep breath. I need your help, not your anger. These old wounds, they have you paralyzed. Calliope would want more from you.
She wanted so much more.
She is gone. Follow him or stay. Now that Apollo isn't sucking all the oxygen out of the room, perhaps we can get somewhere.
Was all that really necessary? His reaction wasn't great, but you did provoke him.
It wasn't my finest moment, but you saw how he transformed. Apollo likes to pretend he's not the man he used to be, but behind that sad facade lurks exactly the lout I remember. I'll admit the problem you present is a sticky one. If an idol is behind Calliope's death, they're clever. I need time to formulate a plan.
You've decided to help me then? I wasn't sure you would.
I've already admitted that Calliope might actually have chosen you. Don't push your luck.
Oh, I didn't mean...
You have fight in you. You've taken quickly to the Muse's powers. It's possible that she saw the potential. So yes, I'll help you. If, however, this has all been a desperate deception... Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
О! У нас появился опция на роман с Персефоной, и вы знаете, это, пожалуй, самое соблазнительное для меня сейчас роман с опцией. Давайте.
I like this better than fighting with you. Way better.
Helping you rather than wanting you dead, you mean?
You seem like a woman who gets what she wants.
These days, yes.
Then I'd really rather have you on my side.
Wise choice.
I have to ask, is Athena really not an option? She wouldn't see what you see? At all?
She might. Athena's no fool. She sees everything in terms of risk. Anything with the slightest chance of being a danger to the idols will not be tolerated.
Well, that's harsh.
You'll notice I no longer live among my fellow idols. I left, as did Calliope.
Because of Athena?
Athena is why we survived. I'll give her that. But her fears can be smothering.
Мне очень нравится Персефона. Персефона какой-то прям... Вот она резкая, грубая, такая прям острая, как бритва, но что мне в ней нравится, она честная. Вот из всех богов, которых мы видели, она типа самая честная, она самая такая лобовая. Вот что она о тебе думает, ровно то она и говорит. И она очень сильная, очень крутая, судя по всему. Блин, вот реально интересный персонаж. Реально, я просто очень ею заинтригован.
What should I do while you're formulating? I don't like sitting on my hands.
Yeah, I've noticed. If you wish to keep busy, burn down the city, start a revolution, become a terror the likes of which mortals only dream.
Really?
No, Grace. Go home. Be patient. When you see me next, I'll have a better idea of what to do.
Ладненько. Обочки. И у нас наступает второй акт. Ну что ж, друзья, в таком случае, я думаю, это отличный момент, чтобы притормозить немножко. И в следующий раз мы начнем второй акт истории Грейс и продолжим наш мюзикл Stray Gods. Кажется, у нас нашлась главная романс-опция на эту игру. Мне очень нравится Персефона, и есть подозрение, что именно ее мы в итоге и попытаемся заромансить. Попробуем узнать по ней побольше и в итоге с ней сблизиться. Но, впрочем, поглядим. А пока, до новых встреч!